morning, children. Welcome to the third video of the chapter The Struggle for Independence. Today I'll discuss about the partition of Bengal, Swadesi movement, the revolutionaries and reforms introduced by the British government. So let's come to the first point, the partition of Bengal. Bengal was the center of all nationalist activities. Therefore, Lord Curzon decided to divide Bengal into two parts. One is East Bengal for the Muslims and West Bengal for the Hindus. In the year 1905, Bengal province was partitioned. Lord Curzon gave administrative convenience as the reason for dividing Bengal. But the Indians understood that the real reason behind this decision was to divide them on the basis of religion. The Indian National Congress unanimously condemned the partition. The whole country stood up unitedly against this decision of the government. The partition of Bengal started a wave of indignation and the Swadesi movement was started all over the country. Children, they started a wave of indignation, means anger due to unfair treatment of the Britishers, and the Swadesi movement was started all over the country. Let's come to the next point, Swadesi movement. So what is Swadesi movement? To prevent the partition of Bengal, the Indian leaders found a novel way. They started what was known as the Swadesi movement. People were asked to boycott all British goods. They were asked not to visit any shop that sold British clothes or other foreign goods. Shops selling British goods were looted. People made bonfires of British clothes. Women also took active part in Swadesi movement. The movement became a big success in Bengal where thousands of students took part in the movement. People pledged to use only Indian or Swadesi goods. The movement soon spread to other parts of the country like Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, etc. The British were forced to admit their defeat as they were not able to suppress this movement. They were unable to control this movement. So finally, in the year 1911, the British government abolished the partition of Bengal. This was a great victory for the Indians. Let's discuss our third point, that is the revolutionaries. Some people of India who thought that peaceful agitations and boycott would make no impact on the British. They believed that violence should be fought with violence. These ideas became very popular among the youth. They were ready to sacrifice their lives for India's freedom. Such people were called revolutionaries. Prominent among them were Veer Savarkar, Chandrasekhar Azad, Jatin Das, Aurobindo Ghosh, Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Ramprasad Bismil. A 14-year-old boy named Khudiram Bose was hanged by the British for revolutionary activities. Look at this picture, Khudiram Bose. Many revolutionaries, including these, laid down their lives for the sake of motherland. Some Indians went abroad and waged a struggle for India's freedom. They helped the people in India in different ways. Madam Bikaji Kama went to Geneva and brought out a paper called Bande Mataram. Maulana Barkatullah and Raja Mahendra Pratap went to Kabul and guided the freedom movement from there. Lala Hardayal and other people from Punjab who had settled in America formed the Ghadar party to help the revolutionaries in India. After the partition of Bengal, Swadesi movement revolutionary activities the British government tried to please the Indians by accepting some of their demands. In the first place, the number of Indian members in the Central Legislative Council was raised but still in a minority. Here, raised but still in a minority means in a small amount. The number of members of provincial councils was also increased. One seat on the Governor General's Council was reserved for an Indian, but the British did not give up their divide and rule policy. They made religion the basis for electing Indian representatives. They decided to have separate representatives for Hindus and Muslims. This act of Britishers was the act of this act of Britishers was vehemently opposed by all the leaders. Vehemently means strongly opposed by all the leaders. In the meantime, the First World War broke out in 1914. Many Indians helped the British government in this war. They hoped that the British would give freedom to India after the war, but their hope came to an end when the British announced only a few reforms. These reforms were completely unsatisfactory for the Indian people. To add to the already growing discontent among the people, the British government made very strict and cruel laws. According to one such law, Indians could be put in jail without trial. This caused widespread indignation, which the government repressed with brutal measures. As I said, that cruel laws were imposed on Indians. One of such law was the Revolt Act of 1919, as I discussed earlier. According to this, there was no scope for appeal. People were not allowed to express their views. All the important powers remained with the government, who was not responsible for Indian people. So students, from this chapter we came to know how Indians strongly opposed the British rules and regulations, and how the freedom fighters sacrificed their lives for freedom struggle. So thank you children for watching this video.